It is 8 p.m. You just finished dinner and leaned back on the couch. You probably think that because you are resting, your body is resting too. But the truth? Deep inside you, a massive biological factory has just fired up, working at maximum capacity to process the food you just swallowed. You think the soft fat under your skin is the worst part? It is not. The visceral fat, wrapping around your liver, your pancreas, and your heart, is the real silent killer, constantly pumping inflammatory chemicals straight into your bloodstream. Most people believe that to lose this fat, they just need to count calories, eat less, and run on a treadmill like crazy. But why is it that when two people cut 500 calories a day, one person's belly fat melts away, while you just feel exhausted, irritable, and completely stuck? Because your body does not operate like a calorie calculator. It operates on hormones. And there is one hormonal switch, the most powerful and completely free tool our ancestors used for millions of years. Fasting. Today, we are not talking about blind diet trends. We are diving deep into the exact biological mechanisms of the 7 levels of fasting. You will understand precisely, hour by hour, how your body cleans itself, burns fat, and regenerates stem cells. Almost everyone quits at level 2. Very few ever reach the biological miracle of level 6. Let's find out exactly where you stand on this journey. Before we step into level 1, you must understand a golden law of human biology. You physically cannot burn fat if your insulin levels are high. Think of insulin as the ultimate energy storage hormone. Every time you eat, especially carbohydrates and sugar, your pancreas releases insulin to push that glucose into your cells. But what happens when your cells are already completely full? Insulin issues a strict command. It takes that extra sugar, converts it into fat, and stuffs it into your storage areas. Here is the harsh reality. Whenever insulin is actively storing energy, the biological door to burn fat is locked shut. You are trapped in a constant state of gaining weight. But evolution never designed our bodies to eat 5 or 6 meals a day. Tens of thousands of years ago, our hunter-gatherer ancestors faced long periods of famine. To survive, the human body developed a brilliant backup system. When food runs out, and insulin finally drops to a baseline level, a powerful counter-hormone called glucagon steps onto the stage. Glucagon is the master key. It unlocks your fat storage, takes that stubborn belly fat, and transforms it into a premium fuel called ketones to keep your brain sharp and your muscles strong. This is not just a theory. A landmark study published by the Intermountain Heart Institute in 2011 revealed a massive truth. Putting your body into a state of periodic fasting does not just burn fat. It completely reboots your entire metabolic operating system. So, what exactly happens inside your cells from hour 1 all the way to hour 72? Let us break it down. Level 1. The stabilization phase. This covers the first 0 to 12 hours. Let me be brutally honest with you. During this phase, you are not burning a single drop of fat. But do not get discouraged. You have not failed. This is the mandatory biological clearing phase. Your body is still busy processing your last meal. Your blood sugar is slowly dropping, and your pancreas is finally dialing down the insulin. Right now, your body is surviving on its short-term energy storage, a substance in your liver called glycogen. Think of it as draining the leftover fuel in the pipes before your body can tap into its deep fat reserves. You are simply flushing out the excess sugar to set the stage for the biological magic that happens in the next few hours. So how do you successfully reach this level? It is incredibly simple. You just stop snacking after dinner. If you finish your last meal at 8 p.m., you just go to sleep. By 8 a.m. the next morning, you have effortlessly completed level 1. But I must give you a quick warning. Right around hour 8 to 10, you might feel a sudden, intense wave of hunger. Do not panic, and do not open the fridge. That is not real starvation. That is just a hunger hormone called ghrelin spiking to test your discipline. Drink a large glass of pure water. Within 20 minutes, that chemical hunger wave will completely crash and disappear. Level 2. The fat-burning switch. This covers hours 12 to 18. This is it. This is the finish line of the famous 16-8 fasting protocol. Right here is where your body officially flips the switch. It stops being a sugar burner and transforms into a fat-burning machine. So what is happening biologically? Around hour 12 or 14, that short-term glycogen tank in your liver finally hits zero. It is completely empty. Your liver is now forced to find a new energy source to keep your body running. And where does it look? It looks straight at your belly. It targets that stubborn, toxic visceral fat. Your liver begins tearing apart these stored fatty acids and converts them into powerful molecules called ketones. Listen to me carefully. Ketones are not just a cheap backup fuel. They are premium, high-octane rocket fuel for your brain. This is the exact moment when you will feel a massive surge of mental clarity. That heavy, sluggish brain fog that usually ruins your morning will completely vanish. To unlock this level, your action step is simple. You skip breakfast. When you wake up, you only drink black coffee or plain, unsweetened green tea. No milk, no sugar, absolutely 0 calories. The reward? You are no longer just losing water weight. You are actively melting away the most dangerous layer of disease-causing fat inside your abdomen. Level 3. The autophagy activation. This covers hours 18 to 24. You have officially left the basic fat-burning zone. You are now stepping into the elite territory of deep biological anti-aging. In 2016, Dr. Yoshinori Ohsumi won the Nobel Prize in Medicine for discovering this exact mechanism. It is called autophagy. Auto means self. Phagy means eating, self-eating. When your body is completely deprived of protein for about 20 hours, a miraculous survival response kicks in. Your healthy cells transform into hungry hunters. They start patrolling your entire body, hunting down cellular garbage, dead bacteria, and faulty, mutated proteins. They literally eat this toxic waste and recycle it into fresh, new energy. Imagine an extreme deep cleaning crew going through your house, gathering all the broken, rotting furniture, and instantly transforming it into brand new, spotless building materials. That is what autophagy does to your biological age. To master this level, you follow the 1 meal a day protocol. You fast all day and eat just one single meal. During the fasting hours, you must drink water mixed with a pinch of Himalayan pink salt to replenish your electrolytes and keep your energy stable. But pay very close attention to this strict warning. This is where most people completely ruin their progress. You absolutely cannot drink bone broth or any liquid containing protein during this window. Even a microscopic amount of amino acids hitting your stomach will instantly flip the biological switch and kill the autophagy process. Do not sabotage your own cellular cleaning. Level 4. The autophagy peak and the growth hormone surge. This phase covers hour 24 to hour 48. By this point, that cellular deep cleaning process we just talked about hits absolute maximum overdrive. Your body is aggressively purifying itself. But right here is where almost everyone gets terrified. People always ask, if I do not eat for 2 days, will my body start eating my own muscles to survive? The answer is absolutely not. And the reason is a biological miracle called human growth hormone, or HGH. Clinical research from 2011 revealed something astonishing. When you cross the 24-hour mark, your body releases a massive surge of this anti-aging hormone. For men, HGH levels explode by up to 2,000%. For women, it surges by 1,300%. Think of human growth hormone as an invisible suit of armor protecting your lean muscle mass. While autophagy is busy destroying the weak and mutated cells, HGH is aggressively defending your strong muscle fibers. It locks down muscle breakdown and forces your metabolism to burn pure fat at an incredibly rapid pace. However, you must respect your body during this deep repair phase. Here is your strict guideline. After 24 hours of fasting, do not do any heavy weightlifting or high-intensity cardio. Pushing too hard right now will just flood your system with stress hormones. Instead, keep your movements gentle. Go for a light walk outside in the sun, or do some restorative yoga. Let your internal hormones do the heavy lifting for you. Level 5. The insulin reset and total inflammation shutdown. This happens between hour 48 and hour 54. By the time you reach this second full day of fasting, your body enters a profound state of deep healing. I like to call this phase extinguishing the internal fire. Biologically, your insulin levels have now dropped to the absolute lowest point in your entire life. And because of this historic drop, something amazing happens. Your cells suddenly wake up and reset. They become highly sensitive to insulin again. If you have been struggling with insulin resistance, stubborn belly fat, or prediabetes, this is a massive biological victory. At the exact same time, major inflammation markers in your bloodstream, specifically C-reactive protein, absolutely plummet. Without the constant burden of digesting food, your body redirects all of its internal energy toward repairing damaged joints, healing blood vessels, and soothing inflamed tissues. But as you push into this advanced territory, your protocol must change. Regular plain water is no longer enough. You must drink mineral water to keep your electrolytes balanced and your heart rhythm perfectly stable. And I must give you a non-negotiable medical warning right here. If you are currently taking any prescribed medication to lower your blood sugar, you absolutely cannot attempt this level without direct supervision from your doctor. Combining fasting with blood sugar medication can cause a dangerous crash. Be smart and respect the science. Level 6. The immune system regeneration. This spans from hour 54 to hour 72. This is the biological miracle I promised you at the very beginning of this video. The truth is, almost no one in the modern world ever reaches this level. But if you have the discipline to make it here, your body literally reboots its entire immune system. It is exactly like wiping a virus-filled hard drive and installing a brand-new, lightning-fast operating system. Let me explain the science behind this magic. In 2014, Dr. Walter Longo and his research team at the University of Southern California published a truly groundbreaking study. They discovered that when you push your fast toward the 72-hour mark, your body does something ruthless but absolutely necessary. It actively targets and breaks down a massive portion of your old, weak, and damaged white blood cells. Your body is essentially killing off its own tired soldiers. But this sudden drop in white blood cells triggers an extreme survival alarm deep inside your bone marrow. And this alarm wakes up the ultimate biological superpower. Stem cells. Your bone marrow is forced into action, rapidly producing a brand-new, highly aggressive army of fresh white blood cells. You are not just healing. You are literally trading in an old, failing immune system for a completely upgraded, incredibly powerful defense grid. Your capacity to fight off diseases, resist infections, and slow down the biological aging process reaches its absolute peak. Level 7. Total stem cell activation. This occurs anywhere beyond the 72-hour mark. At this point, you have crossed the boundary from a therapeutic fast into a state of deep biological survival. The stem cell miracle we just saw in the immune system now explodes across your entire body. Your system is actively regenerating at the molecular level, breaking down old tissues to rebuild and preserve your most vital organs. But listen to me very carefully. This is where I must draw a hard line. Attempting to fast past 72 hours at home is reckless and incredibly dangerous. You must never attempt this without strict, professional medical supervision. Why? Because your body is now walking a razor-thin edge. If you push too far, your system will panic and start cannibalizing your own healthy muscle tissue just to keep your brain alive. You will face severe mineral depletion that can literally disrupt your heart rhythm. And the most terrifying risk of all is a medical emergency called refeeding syndrome. If you suddenly eat a normal, heavy meal after fasting for this long, the massive, violent spike in insulin and the sudden shift in electrolytes can cause catastrophic organ failure. It can literally be fatal. Do not play games with extreme fasting. Level 6 is the ultimate peak for your biology. Level 7 is strictly for clinical environments. You see, the true biological magic happens in the empty spaces between your meals. But please, do not close this video and suddenly decide to stop eating for 3 days straight. Fasting is exactly like lifting weights. You would never walk into a gym on your very first day and try to bench press 100 kilograms. You would crush yourself. Your metabolism is a muscle. You have to train it patiently. Here is the safest, most effective roadmap for beginners. Month 1. The adaptation phase. You start with a simple 12-12 ratio. You finish dinner by 7 p.m. and you eat breakfast at 7 a.m. the next morning. You are simply teaching your body how to process dinner without constantly snacking. Month 2. The fat-burning phase. Now we step up to the famous 16-8 protocol. You skip breakfast. At 8 a.m. you drink a glass of warm water with a pinch of pink salt. At 9 a.m. you have a cup of black coffee. At 12 noon, you eat your first meal. Congratulations, you have officially stepped into level 2. You are now actively burning visceral fat through ketosis. Month 3. The acceleration phase. You shrink your eating window down to just 6 hours, or even 4 hours. This is exactly where that incredible autophagy process we talked about begins to lightly turn on. Month 4. The deep clean. Once a month, and only once a month, you challenge yourself with a full 24-hour fast. You eat dinner on Monday, and you do not eat again until dinner on Tuesday. This allows your cells to taste the absolute maximum power of autophagy. And here is the golden rule you must never forget. During your fasting hours, pure water, sparkling mineral water, green tea, and black coffee without sugar are absolutely mandatory. Why? Because as your body burns away that toxic belly fat, it releases stored toxins into your bloodstream. Water is the essential biological solvent your liver desperately needs to flush those toxins completely out of your system. The human body is an absolutely perfect biological machine. The ultimate key to burning away belly fat, reversing insulin resistance, and slowing down your biological age is not found in an expensive bottle of supplements. The real secret lies in simply giving your body the empty space it desperately needs to repair itself. Fasting is not starvation. Fasting is not a punishment. It is simply the act of handing the steering wheel back to your own natural hormones. Now, it is your turn. How old are you right now? And what is your biggest barrier when it comes to fasting? Is it the fear of extreme hunger, the heavy pressure of your daily job, or the negative comments from the people around you? Leave a detailed comment down below. I will personally read and answer your questions. If this video helped you discover a powerful truth about your own body, please hit the like button, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell. You do not want to miss our next video, where we will expose the terrifying truth about cortisol. That is the exact stress hormone that is actively making your belly expand every single day. Stay healthy, and I will see you next time.